Okay then, so no, essentially we did play this before, so even then we just had to like keep our work together for a moment temporarily. So come on Mario, let's see if we can beat those two really here. So yeah, that's all I can say about this point until at this point right here. So hopefully we can actually just to catch up. Unfortunately, Daisy and Toad already got the 2 pairs already, so as far as I was hoping for anyway, so oh, there we go, we got 1, so we need to get 3 more. So I'm hoping if that we can actually improve ourselves this time, even though what's really cheeky about this minigame though is the fact that you can actually spot it, those flip cards, especially noticeable if you actually trying to, I don't know what to say about this little parts, but frick, I'm just getting confused until at this point right now. Get out of my way. Come on, there we go. Now we finally win that. Oh, that. I'm afraid Mario can be kind of a little bit of a doopy sometimes, because sometimes though he doesn't usually go after this exact same pair when I managed to got off. But even then, that I should be just as twice as fine as I used to be. But I think right now I've got a plethora of coins right now, 125, so I should able to actually get quite a lot of stars actually from you know, after for that little comfort and stuff. So yeah, I was hoping to actually get those stars, assuming if I don't accidentally land onto that, you know, the happening space at the very end, because if I do, I'm gonna be seriously gonna be freak out myself. But somehow Toad managed to land on that. But unlike me, that I've somehow kept on land on it on purpose. Well, I don't mind about that one, because that way it'll just takes me to that particular point way too quickly. But especially the fact that I'm just gonna confess it for myself at this point. But anyway, yeah, Mario, thank you for actually giving me 5 coins for once. Well, even though you did that again though, but hey, at least you're a great pal nonetheless. But we have another battle game to deal with, so I'm hoping it won't be luck-based minigame for chips and dips though. At least I was hoping for anyway. Okay, good. It doesn't usually feature that. Okay, so the new minigame we have is Star Catchers. Be the first to tap each new star as it appears in the sky. Whoever scores the most stars is the winner. So, oh crap, I forgot to actually look up on tips. Oh well, I'm actually read on that tips as soon as when this minigame pops up again. So, at least I was hoping for anyway. So in this minigame, what you have to do is pretty simple. You have to like just use your stylus in order to actually tap one of those fresh new stars, and then when you tap one of them, then that's how you essentially get yourself some points. So yeah, that's all that we can say about this here. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory for this minigame at this point. So anywho, but every once in a while when there's some bunch of stars coming out from the sky, a lot of players seems to always have to like get those points immediately. Wow, Toad doesn't have any of the stars. At least the only exceptions, which are Mario and Daisy, but not Toad. I'm guessing I'm the only one just to keep myself some tracking, some of this star tracking device or something. Well, usually, this minigame kind of sort of reminds me of like staring artists from Mario Party Island Tour, but except you have to draw with the line instead of dot-to-dot syndrome. Although it's kind of, forget. And it also that the star constellation thing will make a comeback in Mario Party 9 as far as the storyline is concerned, and basically for the entire game itself. As far as collectibles and everything, so wow, blimey heck, I've reached up to 15, or in this case, no, not 15, 150 coins now, which is quite a lot, considering that how, I think Star Catchers will have to be the one of the most, nicest minigames in the battle minigame department. Sadly, Daisy managed to land on that happening space, sadly. But nonetheless, though, Toad is going to be placing that Hex Star 1, or in this case 2 even, at the very beginning of the board. But sadly, he lost 1 star after landing onto that Daisy's Hex traps. Jeez, I feel sorry for you, Toad, for actually just to land on that. So unfortunately though, Daisy was actually in first place right now, due to the fact that, because of that, she actually got quite a lot of, stars at the moment. I think she only gets like 4 right now. Speaking of 4, oh come on! God's sake, I hate landing onto that part. Jeez. I don't know why, how that happened right there, but I really need to start to catch up at this point because right now I'm in dead last. I'm in really bad position right now. Because the reason being for that is because I kept on freaking landing onto that the happening space, of course. Although this border seems really cool by the looks of it, even though that it will be yeah, as far as I can just notice. Okay, power washer. So this time, however, I'm going to be doing a team of one here, so I'm going to be doing with the stylus while actually wash those rivals out of the plate. In the dishwasher, at least. But as far as the, you know, the DK Stone statue is concerned, it's a pretty cool looking board. It kind of sort of reminds me of something related to Mario Party 8, but except that, obviously it's a linear pathway, and even then, that's just all I can say about this here. So, another thing I'd like to mention about something is that recently I played myself, a bit on Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the iOS, devices again, mainly my iPhone most likely, and I managed to actually get all of the Chaos Emeralds due to the point until it gets to, Chemical Plant Zone, which is kind of, cool thing, because I did, I managed to do all these special stages again on my own time. Like, I don't have any troublesome at all. The only time I have really hard time with is special stage 5, because sometimes that I kept on missing those rings, and sometimes it's all about memorization when it comes to ring layouts. And stuff like usually this happens, so, oh well. Okay, so Toad gets himself a coin block, which is kind of lucky for him. At least expecting if I was going to be landing on that, imagine that, then I should able to be, become a victim for that little parts right there, so, at least I was hoping for anyway. Even then, again, I will try my best to actually win all the boards, but not definitely for sure until then, but anyway. Okay, so we got ourselves a minigame right here, which again, it kind of reminds me of something related to a mini mushroom minigame you found from Mario Party 4's Shy Guys Jungle Jam. Like, obviously, since this was essentially a stylus minigame for that point, and then basically that, in order to actually get these items, is just pull down one of the vines. Pretty cool to actually just to weapon for that items right over there. And stuff like that usually just happens. Ow! Jeez, Mario. So yeah, one of the more unlucky departments with that hidden block sometimes is the Z stars. And what the Z stars can do, it will subtract your stars. So you have to be very careful when you accidentally grab yourself a Z star. This stuff can be quite dangerous. Shoot as many scuttlebugs as you can. Golden ones are worth 3 points. You and your partner split the aiming into horizontal and vertical control. The first player to press a button locks an aiming control. The second one then fires. Daisy has the vertical control and Wario has the horizontal control. So this minigame summed up is like pretty difficult and such, because this minigame is called Crazy Crosshairs. And basically in this minigame right here is that once again we have to deal with the scuttlebugs, just like how it does it in Mario Party 7 in the Spider Storm, which I found is kind of a unique game. Only in this case a unique minigame, I should say. But the fact is that this minigame is essentially a lot more difficult than Spider Storm to me, because sometimes my computer opponent's acting out like a doofus or something. Although, not so bad what we're doing right now, because right now me and Daisy got 16 points if you might will. But even then though, it still can be a little bit too fidgety at points with this minigame in particular. I think the reason being for that is all about timing and such. And also, that I managed to play myself my own time on continuing for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D for a bit. And I managed to almost getting closer to the end of Ocarina of Time 3D. Right now, I think the progression I'm in right now is the fact that I'm actually re-tackling through the Spirit Temple, which I have to be Adult Link in order to actually access to it. Although, usually Spirit Temple is usually a one and in this case a half a temple, because usually you do the first half as young Link, and then the other which was the adult Link version, like essentially you're doing with that particular temple within 2 parts. Which I found was kind of unique and interesting with that temple right there. But even then though, that I've pretty much done with young Link sections, and now I need to do the adult Link version, so I'm pretty much might as well mention that until now. Okay, so last 5 turns, and basically Mario got himself his star back after the unlucky department where he actually got the Z star if he accidentally managed to got that thanks to that hidden block he actually got. But even then though, if you think about the card party from Mario Party 5, that in if you get a Z star, you subtract 1 star. So yeah, that's why it's worth mentioning. Oh, what? I cannot actually win this now. Jeez. I'm presuming Toad is gonna screw me over at one point or another. Jeez. Okay, I need to catch up. Thank you very much. Hi. Now I got that higher roll for once, thank God. Because if I manage to get that unlucky number again, that might actually just gonna get myself screwed over all over again. But anyway. God, that took a lot of effort for me to actually catch up to this point right here, because it's especially noticeable whenever I try to deal with, that could be a Mario's trap, so I'll probably be 1 land on that, but I'm assuming I might actually go ahead and go up. Unfortunately though, I might as well don't purchase every single, star pipes, because I got 6 coins remaining. But I thought it was worth mentioning for anyway, so... Now I'm back in the lead right now, which is good for me, because even then though, even though it depends on if someone else lands on the dual spaces sometimes, that's the thing that kind of bugs me about the, again, whenever I mentioned this before, that the only kind of bugs me about sometimes in this game in particular, is the fact that sometimes everyone else always seems to land it on dual spaces, which when that happens, that you always have to bet for stars and coin, or in this case, you always have to bet for, stars most of the time. And then sometimes, most of your coins, and all of your coins especially, so... Yeah, that's the only downside I can think of about the, when it comes to the balls themselves, so... But even then, that Mario Party DS, as far as the balls is concerned, I still found them to be quite unique by comparison. But the only problem is that sometimes dual spaces are flipping everywhere. Especially the fact that, I hate the fact that you always have to, like... In every single last 5 turns, you always have to deal with, more likely, somewhat similar to, the last, or in this case, the DK spaces to Bowser space, minigame, or in this case, in Mario Party 8. Although I don't really mind about in these type of games when, I forget what I just said. Okay, so I got 9 stars right now, which is a good thing, although I've already mentioned this before, but somehow Daisy, she's going to catch up to, for me right now. But even then, though, I think she's mostly trying to get herself her 7th star right now. Quite a lot for her. It's quite a lot. From her, anyway. I was hoping if Daisy can actually lose her stars, because if that happens, that my dreams will become true at the moment. So, yeah, whenever I played myself the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for a moment, 3D anyway, it's the fact that I managed to get myself 19 hard containers from my own time, and what happens was that whenever I got to the point that, oh Toad, you seriously have some bad luck issues. Jeez, that must have been really terrifying. Okay, I'm gonna be placing my Hex 1 minor star over towards here. And good thing for me, I managed to go onto that little road right there, which actually allows me to get to the shortcut. So yeah, thank you for that. So no dual space on that turn, which is kind of ironic, but hey, as much as it's worth like to be. But anyway, dress for success, yet another new minigame. Select the body cards that match the face cards. To win, score 3 points first, or score the most points by the end of the game. Minigame, I should say. When shown the 4 different cards, take note which character design is the correct one. Then keep track of it while the cards are shuffled. So yeah, in this minigame, what to do is pretty simple. You just gotta keep an eye out the correct cards, and then if you actually just keep an eye on the correct one, you should able to actually be just fine. So even then, it does get a distraction of your eyes for a little moment, but still, you can't deny that how this minigame is actually pretty simple and easy to actually get used to it. So yeah. And whenever when I was at the point in there was just one part I always seems to get even my thumbs aching a bit, is the fact that, you know the fishing mechanic from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, right? In this case, 3D version I was just trying to talk about. That, I found the first part to be kind of a bit of a nuisance to me, but then the second encounter, for the love of God, my thumb is aching, especially when I was a little bit accurate with my circle pad, because it's especially noticeable how, the circle pad doesn't usually have itself a little bit of a 3D looking analog stick, but even then though, although granted I don't mind the circle pad, because usually circle pad is actually quite thicker than the ones in the PSP's analog stick. But the fact is just that how it's quite difficult and accurate sometimes, especially noticeable in some situations like this. And you know the fact that how I forget what I said. You son of a... You're trying to, like, erase my, traps, Daisy. Thanks a lot. Anyway, though, and after all that, I did done with, the adult Link fishing, then I've managed to actually get myself a golden scale, which this allows me to actually dive down even much more further than that, which it can be quite handy for me, especially if I actually got some, piece of hearts from my own time, which, in fact, I only got one more heart container left, but I don't know exactly how do I supposed to get it, though. But I'll have to find out. I'm guessing that was when I get to it. Okay, get the lead out again, so we know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna have to tap the A button rapidly. So let's go. Oh wait, I think my thumb is getting a little bit tiring at that point. Close, but not a new record entirely. But oh well, we'll take it, I suppose. Okay, so now I managed to get myself quite a few coins right here. Most likely 22. 22. That's the thing I like. Jeez. All right. I think it's about time for me to actually use one of my double dice blocks. Even then, though, I should be able to manage to purchase myself the 10th star. Once again, just like I does it in Toadette's music room, that I managed to actually get those 10 stars no problem, which is kind of cool for me. Oh shoot. I don't know which one I'm gonna go for. I might just well start to take up here, because I'm considering that how if I was gonna get myself a bit of a situation when I was like if I get a chance to get myself the next star via the star pipe, yeah, that's what I was gonna be. You gotta be kidding me! Cheap chance. Here we go again with cheap chance. I was hoping I can win this though. But still, this minigame is essentially more luck based than I think it is. Okay, unless I'm hoping for it anyway. Fingers crossed for me. Okay, please. Shoot! Well, this is not good. This is not good for me. Please be out. She got lucky. I'm the only one she has unluck. I'm the only one that I have unlucky department's hopes. So that sucks. This minigame sucks. Now watch, I think Daisy will decide to actually catch up even a bit more degree, or even then more increase than I kind of think it is. So I was hoping if I accidentally don't land onto those really bad spaces, which I was hoping for. Okay, so 36 coins, but even then I was hoping to win this though, even though not a luck-based minigame. Oh, speaking of the devil, and speaking of the more devilish, here we go again. Hey. I was hoping I can do this time. I don't know why I feel like this at the moment, because that sometimes these dual spaces, it feels a bit too much when it comes to the last 5 turn event. At least I find through anyway. Although I don't have many problems with it in Mario Party 2 and 3, and except 4, because 4 doesn't usually have the dual spaces to begin with. But in 5 and then 6 as well, I don't have many issues with that too. But when it gets to the point in Mario Party 7 and 8, especially this, you always have to bet for the random luck factor to it whenever you bet for something. more likely coins or a star. So if as much as if I came second or first place, I should be fine. So even then, I got a good card. Jeez, Mario's got 10. There's no way I can catch him up though. But I was hoping I can guarantee that I might actually just try to get a 10 card. But if not, then that'll be just as fine for me, because they're assuming if assuming if Mario actually lost something, then I should be just as be more accurate. Oh, speaking of 10, hooray! I got a 10, and somehow Mario get knocked over from that little parts right there. But hey. Alright, so now I managed to gain first place, so luckily for me I managed to got that in time. So now I was hoping for anyway, is the fact that if I accidentally don't land on something, most likely the, what's it most likely? You know with the part with, the hex, 2 hex stars? That's the thing I was really worried about, especially how whenever I, get to the point that, since we got about, like, last 2 turns? Yeah, last 2 turns. Then I might as well just have to be very cautious and be careful. Okay, Daisy is really going to get herself her next star right now because she has a excellent roll. For the time being, anyway. Oh jeez, I was hoping. Oh no, she doesn't have her enough coins. Okay, I was more concerned at how if Daisy doesn't manage to get herself her next star. Oh please be steal a star, please, please. Oh, just coins. But even then, no, she doesn't have too much coins right now because obviously she lost a couple of them during the you know. Alright then, so I wonder what's in the item shop until right now. At least Toad actually got himself a wand though anyway. But anyways, let's see what's on the... Oh, actually I might sort of have to place that last hex. Even though that's probably my last hex at this point for this board anyway, so... yeah, let's see what items I can possibly get. Ooh, a star pipe. I will definitely going to be taking this one. And I think that's it for me, for purchasing those items for the time sake of being, so let's go ahead and say that much. Ah, oh, dang it. Okay, so we're gonna have a duel with Daisy again. It won't be that all the coins. Typical. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got ourselves a... Oh, close. But we got a new minigame though, Scrambler. Race to the finish or just be the last one standing on the course full of holes and chasm crossings. When the lights go out, you can't tell where the gaps are. Memorize where the safe footing is when the lights are on. So essentially, we're actually going to run from the computer technology device. That's kind of interesting. Even for the arcade machine, which is kind of makes it more doubtful. Alright, so let's see how I'm going to be doing for this part right here. I was more concerned at how, you know, if I was going to be doing something like this. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop to hop with those platforms, tricky platforming stuff. But if I fall off, or even Daisy falls off, or in this case, for the fact that, it doesn't matter what, if someone... forget it. And even then, though, that me and Daisy managed to reach the finish. But even then, no, that does not affect it onto the minigame itself. Although, granted, though, I'm actually getting my 20 coins back. Nonetheless, though. So, tough luck, Daisy. Tough luck. But anyway, Mario, he managed to get himself at a happening space again. Oh, okay then. I might just well team up with Toad then. Okay, so we once again with Soil Toil again. Might be really difficult to actually glimpse with. I was more considering now how if I actually win this board, unlike how it does it on recently today that Slim Kirby managed to done DK Stone statue, even that he actually did play this board within the expert difficulty of the computer opponents. And then for what I've saw the result of it, he managed to came second place instead of first place, so essentially he lost on that board. I think it's mainly due to the fact, I think I already mentioned this before, of how the only bugging thing about sometimes in board games, in this game's case, that you always have to encounter a lot of dual spaces. Like, that usually happens all the time. But unfortunately though, he managed to lose on that board, so I was hoping if I actually not lose that board no matter what. I was more concerned from it anyway. Well, let's just hope so. Okay, so Daisy, she's trying to get an 8 and another 8. So, in this case, she'll actually get 10 coins. Jeez. Okay then, there's just not much else I can do, mostly just trying to speak off on that at the moment. But even then, that, I was more concerned about just, you know, trying to actually do these things all at once. But anyway though. Oh god. You lucky 20 coins. You lucky 20 coins, girl. I was more hoping for the Delta for anyway. Oh, total is off by 1 space by that star space right now. But even heck, even since this is our last term throughout this board has to offer, then he probably won't able to catch up right now. As far as I'm just trying to notice that until now. Okay, so yeah, let's just hope if I... Oh, please don't tell me I've actually just said... No! What the hell? What the hell? I lost 2 stars. After all that, after I've been through. But the game decides to actually give me a bad, unlucky low number aside of things. But I did not know there was actually a 2-star hex. There's no way I can win this now. There's no way I can win this. At least I was hoping for bonus stars. Oh jeez, it's a bit like how it does in the Slim Kirby's playthrough at this point, folks. Although, except the noticeable difference is that, although the dual minigames, or sometimes, I'm getting quite good at them, but there's one exception, which was Cheap Chance, and I really hate that minigame. Oh gosh, I don't want to risk him by that. Oh Jesus. Anyway, let's just get this final result over with. But I was hoping if I could get ourselves some bunch of bonus stars no matter what. And then, at the moment right now, I was off by 10 stars from Daisy. But if me and Daisy got the exact same bonus stars, mainly 9 most likely, I will be off by 10 coins. Which that will actually make it happen. Okay, hex stars, so who does that go to? God damn it, Daisy managed to get it. I was hoping if I can get myself a green star, so at least it will hopefully guarantee it will probably go to me. Me and Toad. Okay, sounds interesting. Interesting to say much from that. But now, the friendship star. Spoiler warning, nope. I don't think I can get this. Nope, I don't think so. Nope. I can't believe this. After all that things I have actually been through, but all of a sudden some unlucky things happening. So even then though, I came second. Shoot. Oh, I lost by 10 coins from her. If only if that how imagine if how if this is what you think, that's all because of that the hidden block. That the hidden block actually gives her the advantages for actually catching up. Damn hidden blocks and dual spaces. I will blame on you both. I don't know why you just make Daisy as such a lucky victim here. Okay, so Daisy is the only one she lands on the Bowser space. So this is the only Bowser space you actually find on DK's stone statue at least. So, unfortunately, I lost one board in this game, unfortunately, but even then, I still managed to win 2 boards so far from, Wickedest Garden and Toadette's Music Room, but there's only one exception, DK Stone Statue. I was literally that close. I was literally that close. Oh well. It's just a game after all. But anyway, let's go ahead and press OK. So let's see what reward we can get. You got ourselves a barrel sign, which I think this only happens whenever you land on the barrel event happening, like considerably enough times. So anyways, overall DK Stone Statue was actually a pretty unique board. So a lot more interesting than the likes of DK's Treetop Temple from Mario Party 8, but it's a lot more linear, just like it does in Peculiar Peak and you know, Goomer's Booty Boardwalk. So yeah, definitely recommend that board. So join me in next time of Let's Play Mario Party DS, as they're about to be moved on into one of my least favorite boards in the game, which you guys should already know, Kamek's Library. But let's just see how this goes. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.